Hey everyone, it's Random Nintendo Guy, and I'm back for another Random Ripoff Games video. Also, if this isn't the series for you, I have plans on making other types of videos on ROM hacks and other gaming content, so if any of that sounds appealing, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, to the video. First up is Galaxy Knight Episode 1. This is a single-player mission-based FPS, and it has a Minecraft-like style for some reason. It reminds me of Pixel Gun 3D, and maybe I'll do a video on that game sometime. Onto the gameplay, it's controlled like many other FPS games on mobile. Unfortunately, you have no option to sprint, so you're going at the same slow speed the whole time. It's okay at first, but on later maps that get much larger, it's pretty frustrating. You start every level with just a riot control baton, but you can pick up several different weapons from blasters to rocket launchers, grenades, and even lightsabers. I was going to try to beat the game, but I ended up getting soft-locked because I had to defeat a certain amount of enemies to progress, but the game stopped spawning enemies in. Overall, this is a pretty generic pixel FPS game. If it wasn't for the game-breaking glitch, it would probably have a slightly higher score, but I'm gonna have to give this one a 3 out of 10. Next up is Yoda Adventure Game, according to the Play Store, or Baby Yoda Adventure Game, according to the app itself. Are people still calling him Baby Yoda? Isn't his name Grogu? And we've known that for years now. Anyways, this is a very basic run-of-the-mill 2D side-scroller. There are many of these types of games out there, and my god, this is not a visually appealing one. Again, this is some very simple gameplay. All you do is run, jump, and shoot lasers from your face? I don't remember Grogu having this ability, but maybe in the next season of Mandalorian. Sometimes the controls are just straight up unresponsive. There were many times where I died because I wouldn't jump, even though I would literally press the jump button. You can even see the button responding like I pressed it. There are some collectibles such as frogs, because Grogu eats frogs, I guess. There are two different types of power-ups. The first one is a magnet which just pulls nearby frogs to you, and the other one is a temporary double jump. There are only two types of enemies, one that you have to shoot, and the other one you have to jump on. I have no idea why they are dinosaurs, but I should just stop questioning this game entirely. Not even close to the best game I've played, and I'm gonna have to give this one a 2 out of 10. The next game we're looking at is Star Slicer Saber of the Light. Good lord, what is this? So this is a pretty generic looking game. I assume there are tons of games that are exactly like this on the Play Store. This one is just Star Wars themed, sorta. In this one, you tap the screen to jump slightly forward, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of a physics-based game. You have to sort of time your jumps correctly to hit things with your lightsaber, and good lord, you can brutally slice people in half. At least this game actually knows how lightsabers work, unlike someone else. So the goal of this game is to make it to the end while slicing enemies. You have some different weapon options, including a staff saber and some blasters, but the staff saber seemed to be the most effective in my opinion. The enemies are not threatening at all. They usually just try to punch you. Even the ones with lightsabers just try to punch you for some reason. Also, another thing I thought was funny is that there's like this weird Darth Maul that looks like he came from Wish.com, and also that Poppy character is in here for some reason. I found this game to be pretty darn repetitive, but it was funny at times. I'm gonna have to give this one a 3 out of 10. After these terrible games, let's get into something that's actually decent. The final games we are looking at are X-Wing Flight and Darkside. The reason why I have these games grouped together is because they are both made by the same developer and are pretty much the same game. If you play X-Wing Flight, you will have the options to play as the Rebellion or the Republic, having many different options of ships. And if you play Darkside, you can only play as the Empire and only use the TIE Fighter. These games are simple space flight shooters, giving you missions to defeat a certain amount of enemies, protect a target, or take down an enemy ship before it escapes. It's sort of repetitive, but not too bad. I look at these as pretty decent fan games. The controls work fine, and the gameplay is actually pretty decent. These are definitely not replacements for games such as Rogue Squadron, but they are definitely good enough to enjoy on your phone without having to get into emulation, that is. I will honestly give these ones a 6 out of 10. And that's all the games for today. I'm sure glad that's over. Thank you so much for watching. This is Random Nintendo Guy, and I'll see you in the next one.